Be back with another video today, guys. We will be playing Madden 20 or continuing playing Madden 20, guys, to try to get our team to the championship. Guys, remember to like and sub. You have 3 new notifications. Sorry guys, I just ain't have the music playing in the background.
You did what? You see your brother? When you saw your brother?
I'm about to start this weekly training.
Oh, he came up here? Both of them? Oh, you didn't
I got fun too.
Did you enjoy the dinner?
Yeah, I got fun too.
Okay.
I got fun too.
You got a friend too? What his name is?
God, man. Some God, man.
Oh, some guy you met? Okay, what?
Hotel.
Okay.
Let's see.
In the hotel?
Hey boys.
Miss Allen, what all did I do today?
Wasn't good enough.
Huh?
Do you remember what I done today?
Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
I don't even know for sure.
Get it! Ready? Set! Ready?
No! Okay. Mistakes happen. I don't like that performance. Dang!
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Set! Ready? Ready?
What? Why are they fighting over the ball?
Ready? Ready?
Oh,
Ready? Set! Ready? Ready? Set! Ready? Ready?
complete a pass. Dang it! I wanted to go for the touchdown. No, you don't.
Ready? Ready? Set.
You know me.
Touchdown!
Set. 180.
How do you do that?
Look at it.
No.
No!
Ready? 180.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Just keep it up.
Ready? Ready? Look at it. Ready? Ready? Look at it. Ready?
That's all right. Everybody make their first touchdown, though.
Set. 180. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Ready?
You ain't gonna get another one.
Ready? Ready?
You ain't getting another one. Go to bed, 30.
Ready?
Get out this place of misery.
Ready? 180. Ready?
No.
Set. 180.
Ain't going nowhere, buddy.
No.
Get behind him, get it back. No! Look what you made me do. Look.
Set. 180. Ready?
Take it!
Ready? 133. Ready? Ready? 180. Ready?
Get back, boy.
Ready? 180. Ready?
Why did they make the replay?
Ready?
Get back. No, that ball mine.
Ready? 180. Set. Set. 180. Look at it.
Yo, welcome to the live stream.
180. Ready? Ready? Look at it. Ready? Set. Look at it. Ready?
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting...
I still got 20 XP. 300 and... Oh, this is about to be a hard game. We both 4-4. Short down. This is a hard game, though. We don't have to stop then.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of
Batman.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ballgame.
-1 yard, man.
A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
When you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Man, I could have got it. Oh, well, I need my quarterback.
Needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And this is caught. And he will take it
You gonna cheat this
across
time?
for a Panthers
Are you gonna take it?
touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will not be able to get away.
Big boy was about to get
taken down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. And he's going to be brought down back in his own 6-yard line. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they? And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's more on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Thomas has got it, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with the first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Gun. Crash.
Now it's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Miles Jack with a sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the 27, Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton good. Near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they got the hookup. This is Olsen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out the back of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Returning it is Moore. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprint.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 12 yards on the return that time. Hands 1st and 10. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Matt Ryan leading the way offensively. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ
Don't play with me, baby.
Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Don't play with me.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for them here as we sit in the second quarter. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Here's Foles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Foles. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Foles, and that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Goal line to goal line. Officially, it is a 100-yard punt return. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point try good by Gano. And a rout is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep.
Eyeball, baby, eyeball.
So we've come to halftime after a very... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Come on now, let's go.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis.
What?
was looking for. But it'll be second and goal. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Kill!
Curtis Samuel, the ball carrier. Intended for Curtis Samuel.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This is Fournette, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his hard pickup sets up 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? Right to the 3. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Ready?
Now Newton on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On 1st down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Newton steps away to his... And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Hello, partner. Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here we go. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions.
And got his man complete. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go, I got you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They're not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it was a good first month, but
okay, guys, I'm going to end it there. Let me upgrade my people first. How about go? Okay, guys, if y'all like the video, please press the like and sub button, guys. And that's it. Peace.